In today's episode, we'll be tackling 3 bedrooms and a staircase. You can see here the before and after of one of the bedrooms. This was the before. If you could zoom in, you'd see it have spots everywhere. We'll tackle those with the drill brush on the pre-spotting step. By pre-spotting and the different steps, I mean number 1, we'll be completely vacuuming all of the areas and removing the dry soil. Step 2 will be identifying the spots that need specialty cleaners or special attention with the drill brush. Step 3 will be pre-spraying our Green Dragon solution along with the Kaput ClO2. Then we will come back and we will what they call pad cap those areas. Get them looking good. There's the stairs after I was finished, looking down and going out the door. This is a unique layout here. I kind of like this 3-bedroom condo. I may show you when I tour through some of the details of it. I've got my vacuum, my work sprayer. I have a trigger sprayer in there with some magic bullet for my spotter. I've got my drill. I'm using the cordless drill today. Most of the flooring in here is going to be the engineered wood floor. And it's relatively new, so they don't really need other than just a mopping on it, which I'm not going to be doing today. You can clearly see there we are in need of vacuuming, which leads me to this particular point, and that is they claimed it was pre-vacuumed before I got here. You could see there are some vacuum lines, but excuse me, again, sometimes people's vacuums are clogged or they're not functioning properly or they haven't changed the filter. Anyway, the final step after we pad cap, which is extracting all of the soil, suspended soil out of the carpet fibers, is going to be grooming the carpets with the Rug Renovator brush. This allows me to push the fibers one direction, pull it back, and check my work to see if there's any additional areas of concern. If there's not, we just continue out, and it does leave the aesthetic triangles like you saw at the beginning on the after photos. Look at the size of this master bedroom. Remember, this is just a small apartment, or I don't know if they call it a condo, but it's got a double sink. It's got a walk-in shower, but this is what's amazing. This has got to be 10 by 8. It is a huge walk-in closet. Let me pan back a little bit and stand in the corner. I mean, look at that. Does this constitute a 4th bedroom, folks? In my book, it does. I mean, that is a huge, that could be an office. If you didn't need the closet space, you could take the shelving down and buy a wardrobe, a portable wardrobe, and put it out in the bedroom. Or there's also a spot in the laundry where you could do that as well. It's huge. I think I showed that. And here I go vacuuming. Hopefully you can hear me. The vacuuming step is very important because you tend to see when you're in the industry and you work daily on different carpets, and people always say they pre-vacuumed, and maybe they do, but anyhow, when you run a well-maintained vacuum and cleaned vacuum, you're going to pull up a lot of dander, pet hair, skin, all the stuff that if you don't vacuum and you put your pre-spray down, you're going to turn it to mud. And that could exacerbate the problem, make your cleaning solutions work harder to suspend the soil because they're just getting clogged out. So pre-vacuuming, definitely a needed service. And like I said in my previous video years ago, you know, I'm a steam cleaner. I used to do nothing but steam cleaning. Pardon me. And I didn't realize the importance of vacuuming. You know, I would always have my customers just say, hey, pre-vacuum before we get there. My mental process was, I'm using a high suction piece of equipment or a truck mount, and I'm going to come in there and I'm just going to suck it all up anyway. Have an inline filter, which is going to show all the debris, which always would get full. And so I never really felt the need to vacuum, but now that I've been doing the low moisture cleaning, I realized just how important it is, and man, how much more effective I could have been, and how easier the cleaning process would have been, either steam cleaning or VLM. VLM, for those of you that don't know, stands for very low moisture. And that's what you'll be seeing today. I'm going to be using the smaller OP machine, orbital machine. And I'm using the smaller machine today because the way to get into this apartment community, you park up on the deck. You come in from the front door, which immediately drops down a couple flights of stairs, which takes you to a central level to these units. And then as you walk the central level, you have your staircase that will go up to the second. You go up there, you got a staircase that will go up to the third, fourth, down to the basement. And so everything is like a ton of staircases. And on this particular unit, once you go through that maze, you find the apartment door, you open the door, and you're in basically a stairwell corridor. But the stairs that lead down to your front door are carpeted with residential carpet, the same carpet you're seeing me vacuuming here, which is kind of strange. I think if the builder knew what they were doing, they would have either put just rubber stairs, wood stairs, or even commercial glue-down carpet to make things easier. But that's the nature of the beast. You can see all of the spots here. We'll be using the brush. Let me see if I could show you. So here's an example of what we can pick up. You see that? Now, had we not pre-vacuumed and just came in and started spotting and pre-spraying, we would be turning this to mud. Plus, this is the culprit behind odors. When somebody says, I just had my carpet cleaned and there's a smell, a foul odor, it smells like, you know, dog or whatever, it's because all of that organic matter that rotted and just lays in the carpet now gets wet. It's harder to pull out away from the fibers, and therein lies your problem. So here we're going to use some Magic Bullet Spotter as well as the cordless drill. This will be step 2, which is great because when you're vacuuming, you're visually looking at what's not coming up. You can see the actual spots that need attention. Now, I don't know what the spots are, but Magic Bullet is kind of a mystery stain cleaner. So it's going to go in and attack what needs to be attacked. Once I use the drill brush, I'll pan back and see if it looks like it's removing the problem. If the stains are coming out and need no further assistance, then we'll stop there. Otherwise, I'll go out to my van where I have my spotting kit, and I have peroxide, I have rubbing alcohol, I have rust remover, I have a solvent gel. My goodness, we're close to the ferry. I don't know if you guys can hear that. You can clearly see it is doing the trick. This will cut down on the amount of labor and the amount of passes that you need to do when you're cleaning. I will mention that using this brush, I use the drill brush sometimes on upholstery as well. Look at that. That is a great start. Now we're cleaning clean carpet, basically. We got the dry soil out. We got all the visible spots out. Let's go, Polly. All right. Anyway, back to what I was saying there. The drill brush will pick up soil into the brush itself. I've actually gone and spotted some areas and then went and moved to another section and transferred soil from the drill brush. Here is the Works sprayer available on eBay. They're remanufactured for 80 bucks. Best sprayer I've ever used. This one's 2.5 years old. I purchased another one recently just to put in my storage unit so that I have it. The battery is a 20-volt battery, and it tends to last me at least 2 to 3 jobs a day, depending on what I'm doing. So that was just a snippet of the pre-spraying. You want to lay that on there nice and even. Here is the orbital. It is orbiting at a random speed, doing, I think it's 175 revolutions per minute, 1,750 revolutions per minute in the individual zones where it's rotating. I could be wrong there, but it is definitely agitating and working both sides of the fibers, which is important. When utilizing the smaller machine, because of all the stairs that I had to go through and all the hallways, this was my best option. And you'll see when I don't know if I show the staircase, but you'll see it was just a difficult path to navigate. So this particular machine was just right for the job. Had there been an easier access into the place, I would have used my bigger 175 swirly machine, and I could have probably got done in half the time because it covers more space. Here I'm just hitting all of the areas where I see the visible traffic lanes. And then what I'm going to do is switch pads. So I use one fresh pad just to get all the ick out. And then I'll come back and I'll do a slow, methodical, thorough cleaning process from the end of the room all the way through and out the door. If I feel like it needs more attention, I'll grab another pad and we'll repeat the process until I'm happy. At the end of the day, it's the customer who we want to make sure is 100% happy. Whatever method I use, I guarantee all my results. I do guarantee 100% money back satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the work I do, you can call me within 7 days. I'll come back and re-clean any areas that you feel may need additional attention. If you're not happy after that attempt to re-clean and satisfy your results, then you just let me know and I refund the money. I have not had to do that, nor have I had any callbacks to go back and touch up. So that's fantastic. Look at that pad. Oh yeah, where does the dirt go? Gets extracted in the pad. You can see there, I've gone back through with an additional pad. Looking fantastic. Wait till we put the grooming touches to that. Oh yeah. Got my tornado cyclonic branding on there. Yes, sir, we bring the storm. And this is the rug renovator, which I use for grooming. You can purchase this on Amazon, rug renovator. It has two sides, an aggressive side, the blue side, if you want to use it for pre-scrubbing, or if you have a higher pile carpet and want to get these aesthetic triangles. It also has a softer side, which is the light blue side. Depending on what you're working with, if you're working with wool and you feel like you want to go less aggressive, flip it over. So there you go. You've witnessed all of the steps in the cleaning process. I hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed producing it for you. And I will be back with more Carpet Cleaning Guys vlogs episodes here in the very near future.